Kasorka July ne kasi kasan tarik Jymmang hakajing trelang bakakenhun SIAL hakasin baal ka apelong ya yau ya dia tiet kibana kijaj penriau shite lamingi ke atep kum ka North East Food Show aja apuar ya kanie ka yau ya dia tiet la apelong laisi katana do menta kasi kasan tarik hadu ka nyotrek Jymmang ya ka bala apelong hamadan pulo shillong Aple ya kate ka yau do menteri rangba ka jela ukan rat kongkal sangma ubalong ru hakajo kapor kum okongsan Haga jinga dan lang menteri katrat karep karyang uba bante doa lingdo kum usimbut kongsan pa menteri rangba kasikem upram sing tamang bat kiwe.
The first edition of Northeast Food Show was held in year 2019 here in Meghalaya and has been a great success. Friends, we have seen a great participation from all over the world and I'm delighted to see a lot of participation this year as well. Meghalaya, it's a natural blessed with favorable agroclimatic zone suitable for the grow of various horticulture crops. The state is also well known for the diverse yet unique culture and tradition, which a wide range of cuisine, giving opportunities for the gastronomic tourism to flourish significantly in the state. Friends, the Northeast region with 8 states carries within itself great similarities and give the state a chance to excel their own way. To give a small example, the state of Meghalaya has Lacadum tarik and its unique produce which has highest curcumin content in the world. Manipur is the largest producer of passion fruit in the country. Assam is the highest producer of tea and ginger in the country. Besides agriculture and horticulture crop, the states also prefer a location for the growth of herbs and spice, which has high potential for use of medicinal and pharmaceutical industries. The region promises untapped potential of grow and medicinal plant owing to the unique biodiversity. The government of Meghalaya has undertaken strategic intervention to enhance the income and well-being of the people. Mission Mood project has been initiated to bring the transformational change in the agri-value change and further the government achievement in the state's agriculture sector. The state has recently launched a ginger vision to boost the production and productivity of ginger in the state. A very important aspect to be noted is a collectivization of farmers group and strengthening them for organized aggregation, processing and marketing. Under a mission organic value change developed for Northeast regions, farmer producer group companies has been promoted. Over 300 plus integrated village cooperative society has been formed and 1,700 plus producer group has been formed under focus program of the state. Collectivization of thought of the government promises orientation toward sustainability of the intervention over longer periods. Friends, while there are a few challenges in the Northeast region, great development has been taking place over the years. The region has been positive growth in the past decades in terms of exposure to the national and international market for unique produce. Food processing, a sunrise sector offers huge opportunities for investment with growth in food retail, favorable economics, policies and attractive opportunities. India's food processing sector is one of the largest in the world and its output expected to reach $535 billion by 2025. Friend, enterprises need to be encouraged and provided hand-holding during the initial stage of the enterprise so that they can survive the initial few years, which is very crucial for any business with increased interaction, promotion and support from all the stakeholders. The Northeast regions can go a long way in terms of development, a sustainable and long-term solution in the food and agri-businesses sector. For this, the Northeast Food Show promises an effective platform for multi-stakeholders, interaction and opportunities for budding enterprise. Friends, for this, the Northeast Food Show promise an effective platform for the multi-stakeholder interaction and opportunity for budding enterprise.
That is the time when we decided that we must do something similar to this in Northeast also. And that is when the entire thought was processed, and ultimately in the year 2019 itself, we were able to launch the first edition of the Northeast Food Show. And therefore, I thank Mr. Ranjan and his entire team and all the officials from Sial who had helped us to conceptualize and to actually ultimately make this entire food show a possibility. When we had initially imagined and thought of this program and this entire food show, there were a lot of critics among us also, who strongly felt that maybe this is too big a show for the Northeast. And there was a slight sense of discouragement, I should say, and a kind of caution that maybe this will not yield the kind of results in terms of the expenditure that we will have to incur. But we were very clear in our thought process. I was very, very clear in the vision that we had ahead. Because when we think of doing something in this scale, it cannot be measured by 1 year or 2 years of results. We need to remember and realize that this is a process. It's a vision that may take 10, 15, 20 years to complete. And it may be something that may not yield results immediately in 1 year. But the process needs to start somewhere. We need to start taking that step forward to ensure that we are able to take it to a new level. And that is the reason why, in spite of the difficulties we faced, we decided that we will take that step. We will raise the bar. We will ensure that we're able to provide the platform to our farmers and our entrepreneurs to be able to become the best in the world. And that is the reason why we are here today for the second edition, in spite again of all the challenges that we have. You know, we had Kong Anumasna, I think she's somewhere here. And, you know, she used to sell products to local business people, to some other business people around India. But when we had the 2019 show, she was able to access the market to international level. And today, she is sending her products all the way to European nations. We had Mr. Tinash Momin, who's also a spice entrepreneur. And you know, the kind of packaging and the kind of market that they had access to was very limited. We have the bee natural honey people. I remember they were, I wouldn't say struggling, but the scope of the opportunities that they had was very, very limited. The, you know, D. Jymmang, who's here, is the product called Napper brand. And you know, they recently won the Sial award. I think if we did not have this platform, these people would never have had the opportunity to go beyond a certain limit. I'm not saying they're not capable, but it is the government's job and government's duty and part of the government's policy to ensure that we provide that platform. And that is the reason why the Sial conference and the Sial food show and this Northeast food show is something that I personally feel is a great platform to be able to bring the different stakeholders together to be able to really increase the value of everything. I just want to give you a small background on how we are working out here. A lot of you may feel that this is just a food show and everything will be over after 3 days. But let me tell you, we've been working for the past 4 years to make sure that what is happening here today is there. Behind you, there's something called the Prime program. We realize that the farmers alone cannot make the kind of exponential growth that they would want. We need entrepreneurs to be there to be able to scale up the production, to be able to add the value to the products so that this can be sent to the markets outside. So we started a program for entrepreneurs called Prime Program. This Prime Program is very entrepreneurial centric, and in the last many years we've been promoting and pushing many entrepreneurs to come in. You will see out here that we have got many self-help groups. In the last 4 years, we have increased the number of self-help groups from a mere 3,000, 4,000, today to over 35,000 self-help groups of women have been formed. And they are here today to showcase some of their products. We have got mission mode programs, be it the piggery mission, be it the Lakadong mission, be it the jackfruit mission, the aroma mission, the dairy mission, and soon we'll be having the spice mission. We started the ginger mission. All of these almost amounting to over 1,000 crores of mission mode programs have been functioning. We have different cooperative societies that have been formed. Hundreds and hundreds of cooperative societies have been formed. Again, these are being done to ensure that the collectivization, the group, of farmers coming together so that they are able to scale up their products. Farmers alone cannot provide the kind of productivity that is required by the market. And therefore you need to bring different producers together in a cooperative movement. So what I'm trying to tell you is this show is a culmination of all these different activities that have been planned. And that is where we are reaching here today at this level after all these different activities have happened. So therefore this food show is not just a normal simple food show where we will walk out of this after 3 days and it's all over. It's going to continue. It's going to move forward. I remember coming here in 2019 and I remember seeing the packaging of the same entrepreneurs, their products. They were selling wine in an old beer bottle which was used, for some other brand. They had got some simple, whiskey bottle which was left over. They washed it and they put the wine into it. And today, coming back to this pavilion after 3 years, those same winemakers have got bottles and packaging that is as good as any other product in the world. That is what this food show is about. And as I said, we don't expect that we'll see results in the next 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 2 years. No. Our Golden Jubilee is coming in 2031. Our Diamond Jubilee, sorry. So in the 60 years of our statehood, when we are actually, today we are celebrating 50 years. I hope you noticed we have a 50-year Golden Jubilee celebration going on as we speak. So this is part of this Golden Jubilee celebration. And also the 75 years of India's independence. We want that 10 years from now, when we are 60 years old, when our state turns 60, we want to look back and see the growth and be satisfied and to know that we did do something that made a difference in the farmers' lives. When we touch 75 years, we would like to look back, whether we are there or not, but as a state, we'd like to look back and say that yes, we have made a difference. That is the vision with which we are working on. So therefore, my friends, I know that this program that you're seeing today, there will be a large number of you who will say, good things or medium things about it. There will be a large number of you also who will say many bad things about it. And you will say, oh, there could have been fans in this place, because I'm also thinking of fans right now. I would think that, well, there could have been exhaust out here. There will always be room for improvement. There will always be areas where we'll make things much better. But we need to start somewhere. And that's the reason why I'm very, very pleased and happy to see the kind of response that we're getting from everybody. I just felt like spending the whole day out here because the smiles that I see on the farmers' faces, the smiles that I see on the entrepreneurs' faces, the way people are pulling me and saying, why don't you try this food? Why don't you try this wine? Of course, I'll try the food and the wine also, don't worry. But my point being that the kind of the satisfaction that I'm seeing in people's face, the kind of happiness, this is what we are working towards. We want to bring a smile to our entrepreneurs and to our farmers' faces. We want to see that we are able to provide them that additional benefit, that we are able to provide that opportunity that they need to be able to compete with the best in the world, and that's what we will do. The northeast part of India, and remember this is a northeast show, it's not a Meghalaya show alone. And the reason why we call it a northeast show is because we realize that the international market looks at variety. We realize that the international market looks at scale. Meghalaya may not be able to produce the kind of scale that we require for a buyer or a country. But when the entire Northeast comes together, we can do it. And therefore it is a Northeast show, and you will see that we are trying to expand and bring out an outreach to all the Southeast Asian nations also. I'm so thankful for Vietnam, our His Excellency who is here today. Vietnam is a shining example of what the states in the Northeast can become. The way the Vietnam government and the country and the people of Vietnam have transformed and become an enterprising nation, a nation driven by entrepreneurs, where government plays a role of policymaker. I think Vietnam is one state, one country which I have deep respect for, and I feel we can learn a lot from them. And that's why we are expanding this entire approach and entire, this program to be able to connect to the best players in the region so that we're able to learn from each other. That's why this Northeast Food Show is a food show. We want to make it an annual event. We want to make it better and better as we go along. But whatever we have achieved, I am very, very satisfied and happy to see the difference that we have made in the people's lives today. I saw the Lakadong pavilion today. It's amazing to see that we are allowing the people to experience what the farmers go through. And I think it is so important for the buyers, the people in general, to see it and understand what goes into bringing out the best turmeric in the world. And that's why it's amazing that this kind of experiences are happening. I wish and I hope that more and more of such innovative programs